Can a robot write a symphony? Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece?
Can you?
Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the Automation Lounge channel. I want to discuss a topic that's been floating around the AI circles lately, which is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. Now, if you've been following AI developments, you've probably heard about MCP being used with large language models to create more powerful systems. Having these MCPs just kind of figure out what you want to do with their APIs and using different tool calls, API calls to achieve that goal. Some have even claimed that these combinations are approaching agentic AI, systems that can act independently to achieve goals, which is, kind of understandable. It's a new step towards not having to configure your own APIs within tool agents, but there are still a few steps that are needed to bring this to like a truly agentic AI type of system. So I just wanted to discuss some of these points. So I've been playing around with MCPs for a bit, and really they're pretty impressive. Anyone that has worked with automation tools, workflow tools like N8N, and trying to make the tool agent use your API in the way that you want it with the configuration and everything, it can be a hassle. That's where MCPs come in, making it just easier to be able to use tools within your AI agents in combination with your LLMs to achieve your goals makes life way easier for an AI agent developer. But is it truly agentic AI? What are we really missing before we can call something agentic AI? Let's first talk about autonomy. So, true agentic AI agents basically initiate action based on their own goals and decision making. And MCP LLMs still fundamentally respond rather than initiate. They're like the world's most sophisticated echo. They can only reply to what you ask them at this moment. They don't wake up in the morning with their own agenda or decide to pursue a goal unless explicitly instructed to do so. We can kind of replicate autonomy, connecting our AI workflows with triggers, for example, that respond to certain events in the environment. But this is not really agentic yet because we are predefining what an agent should respond to. Next, let's talk about self-modification. True agentic agents should be able to learn from experience and modify their own behaviors, which means MCPs and LLMs together create a system that are essentially frozen in time. Once deployed, they can fundamentally change how they operate or improve themselves based on experience. They might improve what kind of tools they should call based on the experience they have talking to you, if it's a personal assistant you're creating, something different, but it can't really expand its functionalities or its tool set at the moment. You can tell it, hey, book a airline ticket for me, and then it notices, oh, I don't have that tool connected yet. I should probably configure myself to add that tool, the MCP server, for example, for a booking website, so I can actually book a ticket for, the user of my system. It can't do that yet.
As we don't have the capacity.
They're kind of, in the sense, Groundhog Day characters, waking up with the same baseline capabilities every morning, unable to truly grow or evolve. Now, the third point is tool usage. So, true AI agentic agents would understand their tools and know when and how to apply them. MCPs can certainly help LLMs structure their use of tools, but their understanding still remains a bit superficial. They don't really grasp the logical implications of tools. It's like someone who's memorized a cookbook versus an actual chef. The cookbook follower can execute recipes, but doesn't really understand why certain ingredients work together or how to improvise when something goes wrong, for example. And then finally, let's talk about planning. So if you have a MCP enhanced LLM, it will probably struggle with complex planning that require a lot of step-by-step executions, where they need a lot of information to execute a certain task. This can partly be because of the limited context window we still have with LLMs, but also the problem of like being able to dynamically adjust their approach based on things that they face in their step-by-step progression. Even with MCP servers, you sometimes notice that they kind of need like more specific instructions to make sure that it can consistently act upon the right tools that you want it to call instead of making mistakes and not being able to execute the task that we want. So what is the conclusion of all this? So MCP is definitely a step forward in making LLMs more useful, making tool agents more effective with less configuration from our side, but it hasn't gotten to true agentic AI yet. We're still a long way off, and these systems remain fundamentally reactive, unable to self-improve, limited in their understanding of tools, and kind of so restricted in their planning capabilities. So if you thought you could let AI take over your job while you sip margaritas on the beach, better hold off on booking that flight to Cancun. Just saying. That's it for today's video. If you found this helpful or interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.